Hello and welcome back to my desk. So it's time again for an R.atelier unboxing. This is the July box, but as it ships from China, it didn't get to me until August the 8th. I don't have this shipped to my own home, so it could have been there for a couple of days, but I wouldn't have known about it. As always, we have a beautiful box, beautiful cardboard box, and the cover shows some of the items that we will get within, some examples of some of the stamps, and as always, a personalised piece of paper on the front, which I will of course stick into my diary. I have opened the box as it usually comes with some wrapping paper, and I just wanted to avoid all the noise, etc. from that. So it looks like an extremely exciting box again this month, and first thing that catches my eye is this wax for a wax stamp, and I imagine that's what's in this box, so let's have a look. Very sturdy feeling stamper. I'm not 100% clear on what the design is supposed to be, but sure, we shall see. Do like a wax stamp. I have a vast collection myself already. So let's see what this is. Oh, little image of Edinburgh Castle perhaps, and it is a miniature notebook. Not extremely useful, but very, very sweet. And as always, some items in a small envelope. Apologies for racing through this. Oh, now these are lovely. Some birds of prey, an owl and a peregrine it looks to be. Some more owls. I do like owls. These are very, very nice. And while I might struggle occasionally to figure out what I will do with small pieces of cardboard with images on them, when they have something like an owl on them, I immediately know that I can stick them into my diary or another notebook to dress it up. So they're quite lovely. Now, I'm going to open this and not speak because of the crinkling. Not being especially careful with my unwrapping. The wrapping is beautiful, but needs a must. And since last month, when I was all, oh, what's washi tape? I don't understand what you'd use it for. I have developed quite a thing for washi tape. Video to follow. I have what you could now call a collection. This seems to be vintage machinery. Very nice. Oh, locomotive. Yes, I do like myself some vintage steam engines. Again, all of the items wrapped in tissue paper and with a sticker on them. But again, I'm just going to be quite aggressive with the unwrapping in order to just simply get it done. Some slightly wider washi tape, looks like a map. Not sure of where. No. But again, I am beginning to very much appreciate the form and have found ways to utilize it. And this one is tickets. So this seems to be a fairly regular theme with washi tape, this idea of vintage tickets. And you can see this one says sample text. One has to wonder where they get all of their imagery from. Again, this type of imagery, it's very nice. But I do tend to prefer flowers or geometric patterns, but I probably will use this at least once or twice, and then there will be some other people who will like it as well. Just going to set the envelopes to one side for the moment and have a look at the stamps. As I say, these often seem to feature on the front. Oops. And we have a candelabra, which seems to be upside down. We have a vintage candlestick, very nice. Perhaps the base of a lamp. And another sort of lamp or candlestick type things. What I don't understand is why there are words attached to the items. I would prefer them as images only of the item itself and not things that say things like fine copper. Don't understand that. Now, let's move our attention to the final items in the box. These are envelopes, so again, just going to rip them open. So well stuck on, and again quite noisy. Pour out all the items and have a quick look at some of these. So these are the ones that really puzzle me. They puzzled me last time. A friend took them because I really had no clue what to do with them. This one, never say die. That's just so inappropriate in among everything else. Now, Curiosities Cabinet. I suppose I could cut up some of the elements and use them. I'm really not sure. These are stickers. They have shiny backs, so these are sort of parchment stickers. And I don't do scrapbooking, which I understand these are used for, to just sort of build up imagery in a scrapbook. But really not sure the whys and the wherefores of these. Some of the other items, some of them are upside down. That's kind of cute. These seem to be just paper, not sticky, so you'd have to glue those in yourself. And again, one that looks like a name tag. So you can see how you would use that. This is a doctor's note. These ones I do particularly like. These ones seem to be slightly different than last time in that they have perforated areas that you remove. These are also seem to have a peel back layer for you to stick down. So yes, so these create borders. There's quite a number of those. They're very nice. Certainly will use those, and if I find I have too many, I will pass them on. And again, just other paper ephemera. These are cute though. These are medical ones. I do like that. I have an interest in medical history. So they're very sweet. So as I said earlier, what I often find is that if I like the imagery, I will find a way to use it. But if the imagery does not resonate, then I won't understand how to use them. Which seems silly because, of course, they're the same object. Oops, upside down. Yes, I do like those. Now, let's see what is in the final envelope. And these envelopes have been proving very useful for doling out the material that I won't use to friends and family. So I know my sisters and my nieces and nephews are watching this to see what they will put dibs on. So a little card. Again, these cards are quite thick, so I'm not sure what you would use them for, although I think you could use them as sort of little bookmarks. Some lovely imagery, some imagery that I've recognised from 19th century portraiture there, and some from earlier portraiture. So as I say, as little cards just to create maybe tags, because they are blank at the back, or to use as bookmarks. I find those useful. What I am delighted about is that the maker of these boxes seems to have an understanding that they might not reach you for several weeks, given that she is shipping from China. So the calendar that she includes is for September, and for last month it was for August. So she gives plenty of time for her material to arrive to be useful to you. Unlike perhaps some of the other boxes, because they're shipping from the States and they only really take into account that they're perhaps shipping to customers in the States, they ship material that is suitable for that month. So in August they ship items that are dated to August, and it might not arrive to somebody in Europe until very late in the month, and so that's not much fun. A little postcard that's a replica of a letter. All I can make out is that it starts "Dear Friend," so I'm not sure who that is supposedly from. That's lovely. Do love a map. No idea where it is, but that is a very nice item. This one is a sticker. Again, it's got that shiny back. And again, because I like the image, I can see myself sticking that into something. Whereas something like one of these from the previous envelope, I just don't know where I would stick that because the imagery is confused and not very appealing. Elements of it are. I love plants and I love cabinets of curiosity, but the mixing of elements like a calendar and just random words just confuses me. Another map here. Yep. So again, that looks to be the United States. I'm not sure. But either way, that is something I could see myself potentially using. And then some little sheets which can be used for notes, I suppose. But again, maybe you're supposed to stick these into things. I don't know. Useful. Could use them as bookmarks as well. And then these, I do like these as well. These are the parchment images, birds, love birds. So these I discovered, of course, you cannot glue because the glue just sort of becomes this blotchy mess behind them. So what I've been doing is using photo corners to stick these down, and that tends to look very well. Lovely. So another great box. As I said before, in one way, I don't know why I signed up to this box, because paper ephemera and scrapbooking and crafting it are not my thing. But I have to say, it's very cheering on a work day to get something like this. And I have been playing around with sticking elements into my diary, which I never would have before. And some of the imagery is very lovely, and is definitely the sort of thing that appeals to me. And certainly, as I said, and as I keep saying, family and friends are enjoying what they are getting from these boxes, and we'll be keeping a very close eye on all of these elements and seeing if I'm willing to give them up to them. So what I might do next time is show the sorts of items that I have previously in my collection that compare to these sorts of things. So as I said, I already have a collection of wax and stamps. They sit in a box unused, and I have to say some of these boxes do inspire me to take these out and begin to reuse them. And I will do an upcoming video on just what happened after I received my first ever 3 washi tapes in the previous R.atelier box, and what madness ensued from that. So I shall see you next time, and thank you for watching.